Welcome to Explore in 24, your gateway to uncovering the world's hidden stories, mysteries, and untold truths. Today we embark on a journey through time, power, and influence. From the unseen battles for control in Africa to the shifting landscapes of global politics, there's always more to the story than meets the eye. Buckle up because we're diving deep. As we delve deeper into today's topic, we uncover a rich history that still reverberates across the globe. To fully grasp the current competition for Africa's resources, we must first understand the continent's pivotal role in the past. Africa's importance in global geopolitics is nothing new. To understand today's race, we need to rewind back to the late 1800s, the first scramble for Africa. European powers like Britain, France, and Belgium divided nearly the entire continent in a frenzy to grab land and exploit its resources. Borders were drawn with zero consideration for Africa's tribal and cultural dynamics, leaving a legacy of conflict still felt today. Fast forward to the 21st century, and we're witnessing a second scramble for Africa. But this time, it's a lot more subtle. No colonization armies or flags being planted. Today, superpowers are using economic deals, military alliances, and private companies to assert control. Africa once again finds itself at the center of a geopolitical chess game, and the stakes have never been higher. What's so important about Africa? Let's start with resources. Africa holds some of the world's richest deposits of oil, gas, and critical minerals like cobalt and lithium, the lifeblood of our global economy. In an age of renewable energy, these resources are becoming even more valuable, and everyone wants a piece of the pie. Or should I say, a big slice of Africa's treasure trove. But wait, there's more. By 2050, 1 in 4 people on Earth will live in Africa. That's a massive workforce and a market of untapped potential. Imagine the world's biggest talent pool growing exponentially. And if that wasn't enough, Africa's strategic location makes it a key player in global trade and military influence. Everybody wants in. So who's racing for control? Enter the big players, China, Russia, and the US. Each has a different game plan. China is building influence through its famous Belt and Road Initiative, BRI. By funding massive infrastructure projects, think railways, highways, and ports, China is buying influence in African nations. Sounds great, right? Except some countries end up in debt traps, forced to hand over control of key assets when they can't repay those loans. It's a pretty slick strategy, like putting out a credit card offer with hidden fees. Russia? Well, Russia plays a different game. Through private military groups like Wagner, Russia has secured military deals in countries like the Central African Republic and Mali. In return, they gain access to valuable resources. Russia's strategy? Offer military support where Western nations have pulled out, securing both resources and influence. That's a classic, hey, I'll watch your back if you let me borrow your car, move. And what about the US? Washington is trying to regain lost ground with economic partnerships and military cooperation, particularly in countries like Kenya and South Africa. But honestly, America's playing catch-up, trying to compete with China's long-term investments and Russia's military clout. It's like showing up to the party after all the good snacks are gone. Awkward. Now, what does all this mean for Africa? Superpower involvement can bring investment, infrastructure, and jobs. But at what cost? Sometimes these partnerships come with strings attached. China's loans can lead to debt traps, while Russia's military deals often come with increased militarization and, in some cases, human rights abuses. Africa is left walking a tightrope, balancing the interests of global powers while trying to maintain sovereignty. But Africa's importance doesn't end with just its resources or strategic position. One aspect that often goes unnoticed is the cultural and intellectual potential of the continent. Africa is not just the source of raw materials, but also a burgeoning center for innovation, technology, and entrepreneurship. In other words, Africa is flexing its intellectual muscles. Let's take a quick look at some of the exciting developments happening right now. Did you know that Africa is home to some of the fastest growing tech hubs in the world? Cities like Nairobi, Lagos, and Cape Town are becoming global hotspots for startups and innovation. From fintech solutions transforming how people access banking to cutting-edge agricultural technology, Africa's tech revolution is redefining the way the world looks at the continent. Forget Silicon Valley. Africa is where the future's happening. In fact, African entrepreneurs are coming up with solutions not just for local problems, but for global ones. For instance, M-Pesa, a mobile banking platform that started in Kenya, is now a model for financial inclusion across the developing world. It's yet another reminder that the global competition for Africa is not just about resources, it's also about ideas and future influence. And as Africa's young population grows, so does the potential for leadership and innovation. With 60% of Africa's population under the age of 25, the continent's youth are poised to play a pivotal role in shaping the future, both for Africa and the rest of the world. This new generation brings fresh energy, creativity, and a desire for change, qualities that global powers are well aware of. I mean, let's be honest, youth is like a powerhouse of memes and movements. It's this blend of vast natural resources and emerging intellectual capital that makes Africa so essential in the 21st century. While global powers race to control resources, there's also a race to capture the attention and talent of Africa's youth. Whoever wins that race could well shape the future of global economics and politics for decades to come. So the question remains, will Africa emerge stronger from this global competition, leveraging its vast resources and intellectual potential? Or will the continent continue to grapple with the challenges posed by external powers seeking to extract wealth? One thing is certain, the next chapter in Africa's story is still being written, and the entire world is watching. Stay tuned, because this race is far from over. Thank you for joining us on this exploration. We've only scratched the surface of the world's most intriguing narratives. If you love this exploration, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon like it's ringing in a new adventure. And hey, drop a comment below. Who do you think will win this hidden battle for Africa? The US, China, Russia, or maybe an unexpected player? Because here at Explore in 24, we believe that the world is full of stories waiting to be uncovered, and every question leads to a deeper truth. Keep exploring, and we'll see you in the next adventure.